clean, green paradise.
New Zealand is one of the purest and greenest places on Earth. There are really no words that can truly encapsulate the pristine beauty of this country. The national slogan, after all, is 100% pure New Zealand, and even that doesn't do it justice. I'm driving north from Auckland to Kerikeri to visit the Way of New Life Trail and the 120 steps there. In New Zealand, they drive on the left side of the road, so my brain is adjusting, but I'm loving the challenge. The scenery is so green and so beautiful. Tons of trees and farms with cows and sheep all grazing so happily along the side of the road. I've never seen anything like it. After about a 3.5-hour drive, I find my way to Earth Village, which is home of the 120 Steps. Earth Village is a meditation retreat center built by Ilchi Lee. His vision here is to create a village where people from all countries around the world can come together to form life-changing connections with themselves as a community.
We are!
He coined the term Earth Citizens, which describes us all as being citizens of the Earth, as people who belong to the Earth beyond just a nation or race. I think that concept is so cool because it reminds us of our similarities that unite each one of us rather than our differences. There are so many spots here that you can just be yourself amongst nature and get away from the busyness of everyday life. Before entering the forest, you have to wipe your shoes clean to preserve the delicate forest by making sure you don't bring anything in that could hurt it. This felt like I was cleaning my mind too, at the foot of the forest, to not bring in any of my stress and worries and just fully feel all the sights, smells, and senses of the nature around me. The thing about New Zealand is that you don't have to try to meditate at all when you're in nature. Meditation automatically happens, even when you just walk. There's a term called forest bathing, where you immerse yourself into the energy of the forest, which has similar effects as natural aromatherapy. Bathing is really the best way to describe the tremendous impact the forest has on you physically, emotionally, and mentally when you enter. The trees here produce a chemical substance called phytoncides, and studies show that breathing in these phytoncides show a decrease in anxiety, depression, pain, and stress, while increasing immune function and antioxidant levels in the body. After a meditative walk in the forest, I'm at the 120 Steps. This is the place that inspired Ilchi Lee to create the concept of the 120-year life, to reflect on the first 60 years and design the next 60 years. Going up the 120 steps, you can feel a heaviness being lifted off your chest. It felt like with each step, I was removing heavy burdens of past memories and traumas. By the time I got to the 60th step, my body, my heart, and my mind felt so clear like a blank canvas. I was ready to paint a picture of the next years of my life. I took some time on the deck that represented age 60 to think about how I will create the years to come and onward to 120 years. I meditated and drew a picture in my mind of who I wanted to be. The image made me feel inspired and ready to tackle the upcoming years with confidence. By the time I got to the top at 120, I reached a sign that said, "Becoming Heaven." I knew this meant we were at Chanwa Dek because Chanwa is the word that means to become heaven. Chanwa simply means to pass on without any regrets, having lived a life of awakening myself and others and contributing to humanity and the earth. This made me think, am I living that kind of life now? If no, how can I create myself to be able to become heaven after death? I received so much clarity and inspiration for my life from being at Earth Village and visiting the 120 Steps in New Zealand. To me, this place is the best place to take time off and come to, whether it's after high school, college, or even retirement, to reflect on the life you've lived so far and design the years to come with clear direction and purpose.